Today we're going to be working on finding sources to support our argument. I'm going to show you what that looks like on my own computer screen. But first, you're going to start with answering a writing prompt question. Please use the half sheet of blank paper at your table. Use the side that's blank. Yes, I know it is scrap paper. And I want you to answer the question, making a claim and supporting it with your own answers of, do students take care of supplies at school? You're either going to say, yes, they do take care of supplies and your reasons why, or no, they do not take care of supplies and your reasons why. Supplies could be almost anything in a classroom. The tables, the chairs, the comfy spaces, books, pencils, paper, computers. Anything that would be found in the classroom that's not yours would be considered a student supply. So do students take care of these things? Yes or no, and your reasons why. Remember, the more reasons you have, the better your argument. Once you're done with answering that question on the half sheet of paper, I want you to make sure that you put your name on it. And I want you to put it in a nice, neat pile at your table. I will collect these for a score later. When you're done writing your writing prompt, you're going to listen and continue working and finding information to support your graphic organizer about your argument paragraph for regifting. Remember, you're either in favor of regifting, it is okay, or it is not okay, and your reasons why. When you're to the point where you're filled in your graphic organizer and you're totally ready to find supporting evidence for each of your reasons, then you're going to search online. So you might start with your screen looking like this. And if you're a regifting is okay person, you might type into your computer, if one of your reasons is it helps the environment, I might type in how regifting helps the environment. It searches things. I'm going to look here. I don't want to necessarily just click on the first thing that shows up. I'm going to kind of scroll down and see, are these .coms? Are they .orgs? Is there something that looks like it's more research instead of just opinion? How does recycling help the environment? I actually want to try this one, 10 facts you should know. So I click on it. And first of all, I don't see any author present. So it kind of gives me a little red flag that maybe I shouldn't use this. There's a title. There are outside links, so that's kind of good. There's ads popping up, which is not good. There's ads throughout. I don't really see any numbers or statistics, which isn't necessarily the best thing because those are the best sources. So I'm actually going to go back to my original search page and I am going to try this one. Same title, different article. This one already looks more official than the other one. Yes, there are still ads. There are no authors still listed, but let's check it out. Ooh, down here I see a statistic, which is important. That would be a confirmed fact that I might be able to use. This one looks much more thorough compared to the other one. So I am going to go back up here and see if I'm arguing that regifting is okay for the environment, it's okay to do. I want a fact that supports that. So I'm skimming it, reading it through. This is all about recycling in general. So I'm wondering if it's going to specifically mention at the holidays, which it doesn't. So I'm going to go back to the drawing board. and see. And we're just going to try this one. Is it green to regift? There's an author here. If I click on her name, it brings me to what she does. She writes about ethical living. So that would be a way to better help the world. These are all the different articles she's completed, so she's very knowledgeable in what she's done. So I'm going to go back to the article itself and see what I can find to help support my argument. You will notice in this article there are some words that look different than us, as in tons right here, tons of waste. It looks like she is British, and so they spell things slightly different there. So that's not a spelling error, it's just they sometimes write words differently. So remember, for every ton of waste produced in your house, it's estimated that an extra 15 tons of waste has been produced through extraction of raw materials and manufacture. Down here, still looking for a fact that will help support. You'll see that it's not a quick and easy thing to do to find supporting evidence. Here is a good one. A survey from Christmas Past, 2008, so it's kind of old, reckoned, which just means reason, 48 million worth of unwanted Christmas gifts would be on their way to landfills after the festive season. Meaning, a lot of times people just toss gifts that they don't want after the holidays are over, instead of returning them, because sometimes you can't return them. So if you re-gift, it might not end up in a landfill. So if this is the fact that I want to take, I am going to scoot it over. I'm going to copy it first, actually. Copy, and I'm going to paste it into that document where I told you to keep your stuff. So there's the actual fact. I need to also include where it came from. And so it's called, is it green to regift? So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to say, is it green to regift? So that's the article title. I'm going to look, does it have a year that it was published? Down here under the author's name, December 2009. So it is a little bit older. So I put that right there. And then I'm also going to include the website. So just in case I need to go back and add that in. There it is. And so when I go to incorporate this in my actual writing, I might write an article says, comma, and then I put my thing, my fact that I found, and I'm going to go word for word because I find it's easier to just copy and paste word for word if it's in quotation marks and you give credit to where it came from, than putting it in your own words. So see how I put the quotation marks around the fact that I pulled from the website. I have the title right here, and to make it official, I'm going to italicize that and then place it right there. But I'm not done. I now have to explain why this fact is important to my argument. So I might say this is important because it shows how wasteful people can be during gift giving seasons, meaning more than just Christmas time, anytime gifts happen. People tend to throw out things that they might not want or need if people chose to regift these items wouldn't end up in a landfill. So now I have not only my introduction to my fact, I have a fact, and I have my commentary, which explains why that fact is important. So now I'm ready to continue looking for another fact that might help my argument. So for this particular argument paragraph, you need 2 facts that come from websites, and you can use 1 fact of your own personal experience or something you've heard someone else say. So each time you incorporate a fact from a website, it should look something similar to what I've shown you right here. If you have questions while you're working today, please raise your hand. At the end of the hour, I'm going to ask you to put your computers away. I expect you to put them in their correct slot. Yesterday, they were put away in incorrect slots. They were not plugged in. And if we're not going to take care of the computers, we're not going to use them. So you need to put them away properly. You need to put your headphones away in the right spot, and you need to plug them in. Otherwise, the music goes away and the computers go away. And I will find books for you to use instead to find your facts. Okay? Make sure that you give me any papers that your graphic organizer so you don't lose it, and I will keep it here in the hour drawer. If you have questions, remember, raise your hand.